In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your rear brakes on your Mazda 3. It's located behind your rear wheel. Using a 21mm socket, we're going to take off our lug nuts to take off our wheel. Make sure you hold on to the top here. Make sure that wheel doesn't fall off. All right, so I'm going to show you how to take this off. You're going to put a screwdriver or a pry bar in and pull it off. Using a flathead screwdriver, we're going to take our caps off of where the slide pins are. Set those aside, and you can get a 7mm Allen wrench socket or Allen wrench and remove the slide pins. I'm going to loosen the bottom one before I take that completely out. These are going to be a little tough to get out sometimes. They might get stuck too, which is not good. So you'll have to clean them up if that's the case after you break them free. I have a caliper hanger. I'm going to put it here and get ready to put my caliper on there. Take that off. You can use a bungee cord if you don't have one of these. After you do that, we're going to take out our brake pads. And now we can remove this bracket. Using a 14mm socket, we're going to take out these bolts for the bracket. I'm going to start on this bottom one. It's pretty tight. Before I take that out completely, I'm going to break free my other one. You want to keep a hand on the bracket while you loosen this up. And now we can take the bottom bolt out. Make sure you have a hand on the bracket so it doesn't fall on the ground. Now we're going to take the slide out. If yours is stuck, you're going to want to push on it with a pair of pliers or something and just push it out. We're going to take our rotor off now. And to do that, I'm going to put a lug nut on because it's stuck on there. So we're going to have to hit it with a mallet and get the rotor off. I'm going to give my rotor a good whack like that, and it should pop off. You may have to work at it a little harder. Or you don't have to work at it at all, depending on the amount of rust. All right, we're going to clean up our hub here and around here and in these little crevices. You can use a wire brush, emery cloth, one of these. You can use many tools. Just make sure you get the rust off. Make sure if you are using a tool like this, you're not using anything that's going to take the metal off. You're just looking to get the surface rust off. So use something soft. Make sure you clean off your area. And then you're going to apply some anti-seize. I'm going to use this spray stuff. It also comes in a brush form. Alright, so I'm going to put this on backwards for now. So I just want to give it a good spray on this. It's got a little bit of an oil to keep it from rusting while it's shipping. And we're going to flip it over after that dries. And we can spray the front. I'm going to hold my rotor on with a lug nut That'll keep things stable while you're working on the pads, getting the pads on there. We're going to take the bracket to the bench and clean it up. Using a flathead screwdriver, I'm going to scrape off the crusties. You don't want that for your pads. So try to get that off, and then you can use a wire brush to get a lot of the surface rust off. Okay, that's clean. Now we're going to clean these up. You can use a wire wheel, you can use a wire brush if you want to get the crud off. We're going to put our caliper bracket back on, line it up, get your bolts started. All right, we're going to snug up these bolts for the bracket and torque them to 50 foot-pounds. Once you have those snug, I'm going to torque it to 50 foot-pounds. I'm going to use this cube tool. It's a specialized tool to make this piston go in. It fits into, you find which one fits, it fits into those two holes, and then we're going to turn it in to make the piston open up the space where the pads fit. So I'm going to twist the piston in, and it's going to open up the space more so the pads fit. So you don't tear that boot. That should be good enough. We're going to put the spring clip pad on the inside. Make sure it's seated well, and then the one that doesn't have that on the outside. So we're going to put our slide pins in. To do that, you're going to want to put some silicone grease on the actual pins and inside that rubber piece. So I'm going to put a little bit there. There, and on the other rubber piece. If you find that these are missing, you're going to have to get new ones. If you find that they're poking out this way, take them out completely, clean it up, put it back in. They do squeeze in. They should be inside though. There's a little lip here that it fits into. I'm just going to use these to get the paste through. They should go through very easily. You shouldn't have to apply a lot of pressure. All right, so once you get that taken care of, you're going to slide your caliper back on the bracket, line it up. You're going to get your slide bolts ready. Get them lined up. There will be a little bit of tension there, so push down. All right, so let's get these started. using my Allen wrench socket. Once you get that one on top started, you can go for the one on the bottom. You might have to push in again. All right, snug those up and torque them to 20 foot-pounds. All right, after you're done with that, you're going to put your caps on. And then there is one more piece that was missing on this vehicle, and that's the little spring holder here. So ours is not there. I usually get one side started. And I pull it around and put it on that ear. And I pull it around and put it on this ear. You might have to tap it in a little bit. All right, after that's in, then you can put your wheel back on. You put a wheel on. Once you get all your lug nuts started, I like to walk my wheel on with the bottom lug nut. And we're going to tighten it in a star-like pattern. We're going to torque our wheels to 85 foot-pounds in a star-like pattern.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.